Hi everyone, welcome back to Empathy Fact series. This is the last stream of this year in this series. And today we're going to talk about this question that came from somebody. The question was around, that we all carry thoughts about other people. We all have thoughts about others around us, right? So, what I think about others, does it really matter? Like, what if I don't share it with them? What if I don't tell them what do I think about them? Would it still really matter? Does it make any difference? So, let's cover this one today. Um, so I think even before I tell you yes or no, let's look at what happens. So when we have a thought about somebody else, for example, the thought can be, "Oh, this person is so inspiring," you know. So then, if I think of somebody as inspiring, and if I have a thought about them, then automatically my behaviors around this person or about this person, or the way I talk about this person, or what comes to me as a feeling when I think about this person will obviously be something that is positive you know but what if I think about a person this way, that um, this person is exploitative, this person is not worthy of my friendship, this person is just belongs to a group that should not even exist, something like that. So because I carry these thoughts automatically, obviously, it's going to influence what I say to others about this person. It will also influence the feeling that I have when I think about this person. It's not going to be obviously very positive. And obviously, when I meet this person, no matter how much I think I can control my behaviors, it's really doubtful whether you'll be able to control that, your actions toward this person 100% of the times. But the reality is that all of us carry sometimes positive, sometimes neutral, and sometimes negative thoughts about other people. That's a fact. That's something that we can't change. Most people will have all kinds of thoughts. The question then is, what is the cost? What is the cost that I carry? What is the cost that I pay or somebody else pays when I carry a judgment or a hateful thought or a negative thought about somebody else? What is the cost? So I'm going to talk about three costs in a very broad manner. One is cost to self. The second is cost to the others, cost that others pay. The third is cost that the society pays. So coming to the first things first, if you carry a negative thought about somebody else, what is the cost that you pay? The first cost that I think you pay is, of course, a lot of your time and your energy and your emotions may go into this particular thought and the feeling. So if you have dislike, hatred, or very strong judgments about a particular person which are not positive, then every time you think about them, and if that happens frequently, the feeling that you will have is probably going to be more of discontent, definitely not happiness, definitely not peace. So this is the cost that you pay in any case to yourself when you continuously or continue to carry judgments or negative thoughts about other people. um, the other cost that you pay is, and this may not happen every time, is in the form of your behaviors. So whatever you think will obviously at some stage get reflected in your behavior. And if it does get reflected in your behavior, then that behavior, especially if it's of, let's say, again, I'll use the word violence or hatred or, uh, aggressive behavior, then it will definitely, at some level, influence your relationships with other people and what they think of you as a person and what they think of you as a leader, or even as a companion or even as a friend. So you also jeopardize. That's the other cost you pay. You jeopardize your relationships and your future opportunities by continuously carrying these thoughts and feelings against other people, because they will eventually be evident in your behavior. Now, what is the cost that other people pay? And you may not be worried about this cost, but the other person also pays the cost when they see you behaving in a particular way towards them or towards somebody like them. So for example, maybe you don't say anything against me, but maybe you say something against somebody else who's either from my particular regional group or religion or my caste community. So that also will affect me. Your thoughts that you carry about my group will also affect me and will alienate me, and will eventually obviously affect also my relationship with you. And then I will, so I'm the other here, as the other, I will obviously be impacted emotionally as well with this kind of behavior and thoughts that you shared, or even if you did not share verbally, at least they came forth in your actions, either in your action or in your silence as an action, whichever action you chose for yourself. So that's the cost that the other pays. And they also then pay the cost in terms of their decisions. So where they would work, where they would stay, whether they would come for the get-togethers where you are. So all these thoughts that somebody else will have to think through when they know what you think, and it's been evident in your behavior. One of the bigger costs is the cost number three, which is what society pays. So, in a society where people continuously carry some opinions and judgments about each other without even trying to verify or just acting on opinions, uh, the society pays a huge cost, because that obviously creates disharmony. An environment of hate and vengeance is also something that obviously affects everybody in the society. You may not be there yourself when all that is happening, but the point is, if it is happening in the community or the society that you are a part of, even from a distance, even if you're 1,000 kilometers away, it is going to affect you. Because the question is this the kind of society we want to leave for future generations? Is this the kind of society that we want to grow up in? Is this the kind of society that's going to protect everybody, including myself, when the time comes? So yes, does it matter what you think about others? Yes, it does. It carries a huge cost on everybody's part, especially if those thoughts are judgments which are based on opinions and um, in actions cause hate or violence. Um, so even if you yourself as a person is not a violent person and you claim to be so, the point is that violence is not just physically hitting somebody, it's also of many forms. And the starting point could just be a very small, minor thought that you thought was not so big at all. But what it does to other people and what it does to you eventually could be a huge cost that you or the other or the society might pay. So that's all for this series today. We look forward to meeting you in the next year, and we will come back with other questions that other people will put forward to us. Have a wonderful year. Bye, everyone.